Yeah, and it's made out of stone. I saw you seen some of that before, so leave it alone, alright? Yes. Now then, welcome to Hazley. My name's Mark. I'm going to show you around. As we go around, if you have any questions, you'd like to ask, then you go. Very, very strong. Any other reasons? What's that make it? Well done, it lasts a long time. And there's one other reason, and they have loads and loads of openings all around them. That's why they use those to build their houses. Yes. They hung him, well done. He was hung during important. Now all that meant was he was hung by the neck like this, then they get along and break the sword and they got all the way down like that. And then they grabbed onto the ribs, they aimed his ribs out. And all his guts were like shredded string sausages. You know sausage for breakfast, did you?
Oh, yeah!
And then they pulled them in. That's a bit of an sesame.
This is interesting. Very quality. I understand the law.
Come on, you boys, sit down and look you. Because it was built at the time when the kings and queens of this country, their surname was Tudor. And can anyone name me a Tudor king? Henry VIII, well done. Can anyone name me a Tudor queen? If you watched Blackadder the other night, you've seen her in Blackadder. Who's Queen around here? Elizabeth I, that's right. And that was Henry VIII's daughter. Can anyone name the other one of Henry VIII's daughters who was queen as well? She had a nickname. Nickname was Bloody. Something like that.
Oh yeah, Bloody Mary.
That's it. Why was she called Bloody Mary? Were they being rude?
No.
Beg your pardon? Why did they call her that? They weren't being rude.
She had her head chopped off.
Well,
She killed people.
she had everyone's head chopped off. She was, she sneaked everyone's head off. And she got this nickname of being, why not? Right, I'm going to ask a question. I'll make you stand up. What's your name? Emma. Stand up, please, Emma. Place your hand in the air. Well volunteered. Come out front. Yes, there's a question.
Are these the original chairs?
They are old, but I'll tell you about the furniture later. Don't ask any questions about the furniture at the moment. Yes. You place two there as well. Don't laugh, young lady. Might be your turn next. Now then, this dress that we're dressing Emma up in is a typical Georgian lady's dress. It's called a hat. A typical Georgian lady's dress from around about 200 years ago. Now, yeah, you've got to keep looking that way, it'll fall off. Now in the Georgian times, in the middle of winter, if they wanted to go and play, they'd wear a great big thick dress like that, which would keep them nice and warm because the material it's made out of is quite thick, and they have lots of undergarments on as well, so it'd keep them nice and warm. But in the summer, in the Georgian times, if they wanted to go and play, they would still wear a great big dress like that. Can you imagine how uncomfortable that would be? Because if you want to go and play this afternoon and it's boiling hot, what are you going to wear? Really, really hot. Short and t-shirts, it could be very cool. In the Georgian times they couldn't. They had to wear great big dresses like that. So can you imagine how hot and uncomfortable it would be? Can you imagine going to school, girls, wearing a big dress like that? Running around the playground in a dress like that? Awful. And if we have a look at it, if Emma stands the fireplace together, it gives it tremendous strength. And because it's so strong, they could build that wall up there on top of the fireplace. And because they could build that one there, they could put all the rafters which run through the ceiling that way are all resting on that wall. And there's another wall resting on top of that. So if you try and take that fireplace out, that side of the house would fall down. That's why they left it there. Didn't want to, but had to. So all they had to do was have to put another fireplace in front of the old Tudor fireplace. To give you a clue, it would unlock the mystery. But what unlocks things? Keys, called a keystone. Above the keystone there's that picture. Now what is that picture? Yes. Yes, what's it called though? It's called a coat of arms, that's right. And it's the coat of arms of the Fleming family. And the reason it's there is because the Flemings owned this house for 350 years. And you met one of them in the first room, the judge who sentenced Guy Fawkes. Now what's his name? Ian Fleming wrote James Bond. Different parts of that coat of arms. I've always picked it up from the back because the front, the pinches on it are really, really sharp, and they'll cut your fingers off. They're very dangerous. So whatever you do, if you do find one, be careful. I've got one here to show you what they're like. Goes up there. That woke you up, didn't it? Now then, when we... She's having a heart attack. Now when we bought the house, it was completely derelict and falling down. And in the last 11 years, we've completely restored the whole house. What we had to do to start off with was to take off every single tile on the roof and re-roof the whole house. There's around about 130,000 tiles on the roof. They all had to come off. We had to replace all the rotten timber and then put all the tiles back on. Then we started from one end, working our way through each and every room in the house, restoring them all. There's about 40 rooms in the house. There was absolutely no furniture at all when we came here. Every last bit of furniture we've put in, there was nothing here at all. No electricity, no plumbing that worked, nothing. The whole lot's been put in by us. In the last 11 years, it was where it really shouldn't have been, and the fireplace at the end there was completely covered up. We uncovered the fireplace by taking out a massive amount of 10 tons of rubble, and we eventually found that fireplace underneath, complete with those archways on either side. Now those archways are ovens, and they're miles away from Hastings. Yeah, it was. It's on the hill. And there's an abbey there now, where the actual battle was, which is called... Battle Abbey, that's right. It's about 8 miles away from Hastings. You see those paintings in the room upstairs on the walls? Yes, right. Have any of you heard of a person called Oliver Cromwell? Yes. Oliver Cromwell was a Puritan. Now, what is a Puritan? He's a... very religious, very, very religious. Isn't like... very, very plain and very simple life. I showed that painting that round tree and posed the king. Which king was it he got rid of? He got rid of one of the kings, had his head chopped off. Which one was it? Charles I. And Charles I spent his last couple of... the Lord Protector, he called himself. And that was... But before that, they did have nice bright paintings in the wall before the Cromwell's grown up power. Now over there in bed, there's this person whose name is Sir Edward Horsey. He died in this room of the Black Death on the 28th of March 1582. But before he died of the Black Death, he nearly had his head chopped off. Not once, but twice. He was a bit of a naughty boy. The other time he nearly had his head chopped off was he upset Queen Elizabeth I. And one of the things to do, like upset Queen Elizabeth I, because she was quite a strong-willed lady, and she wanted to have her head chopped off. She said, off with his head, and his head was chopped off. The reason, well, the way he upset her, was he was the witness to the wedding of the Earl of Leicester and Elizabeth I's cousin. Now the reason this was so bad was that the Earl of Leicester was actually promised to Elizabeth I. Wave. Wouldn't run me on the right way here.
Don't do that castle thing. Oh, we're allowed on that. Oh, we're allowed on that. Smart. He's something there.